the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Irving with the basketball. Leads 5. Has a chance. Kyrie with a shot, no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Harkless to Williams. They've got it in the open floor. Jordan to Irving. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Kyrie Irving at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's shooting 85% in this game. 1 free throw, count it. It's a 3-point play, and the lead up to 8. Leonard to Williams. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 6 now.
Ooh, I like that.
There's nothing the defense could really have done there. That's just a great shot.
For 3, he was all over him. Williams across the timeline. Now down 6 to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Leonard. In the slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
From long range. It's no good. Shot's not going down.
It's me, I got it.
Harkless. He'll get it down low to Harrell. The pass set it all up.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
I'm here. I got ball. Shot up, man.
Can't connect from in close. Williams into the front court. They trail by 2. Short jumper won't go down.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
To Leonard. Harkless. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Brooklyn secures the rebound. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. He wants it at the rim and scores.
It's not a travel, Ed. You're allowed 2 steps after you pick up the ball. Now, these steps may be more east and west instead of north and south, but this is the new game that these young kids are playing.
Jay, they're so athletic. I would imagine it varies from official to official.
Or it varies from great player to great player.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Kawhi Leonard has got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game.
Block up. I got ball. I'm here.
To Irving. Here's a chance from long range. You know Kyrie. 0 hesitation. Buries it for 3.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
DeAndre Jordan snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Here we go. My ball. I'm here.
Kyrie Irving. He's at 50%. Solid.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Curling inside, Leonard knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
I'm on D.
Driving right to the basket. Right down Broadway for the two. Defender has to pick him up.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Beverly. Short jumper off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Can't connect. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. You need to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Irving. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
The drive right to the basket. Short jumper won't fall.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Going to launch beyond the arc. That's how you defend.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And destroys the rim. That's what DeAndre Jordan does. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, through one here at Barclays Center. The Nets out in front. Jay and I are back to Brooklyn right after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
To Leonard. Kevin Durant. Huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Nothing going here on that drive. Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Williams across the timeline. Down 6. Kevin Durant tips it. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. Leonard to Williams.
Green.
Lou Williams. He's 2 for 2 now.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Durant in a matchup with Harkless. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Leonard gets a look. Can't hit.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
To Williams. Has a look. Lou Williams, 3 for 3 in this first half.
I got ball. That's me.
That's up, baby.
And count the basket.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
Clippers have the basketball. Not that time.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Good. Off a spin.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans could never do, even if you're not known for it.
That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Irving. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Self-check.
George to the basket, but it won't go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
Irving.
There you go. Watch him. I got you here, right here.
Lets it fly from long range. Message received. Well defended. Williams into the front court. Trailing by 4. Sacrificing everything for the loose ball. Prince against George. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
In a flash. Scores at the rim.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Paul George. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Not that time. To Durant. Throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Williams across the timeline. Down 4. They get it to George. Down low. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
To Williams. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Kevin Durant, a couple of free throws on the way. Career 88% from the line. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
That boy got jumper.
To Paul George.
Got to get through the screen. Get through it. Get through it.
Here comes the screen. Beverly to George. 5 on the shot clock. 24-second violation. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
I can see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
Match up, match up, match up.
4-3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Get down. Half court, here come.
To Durant. Fires the three. Not going down here.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Baseline drive.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Leonard. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Irving. Trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Beverly into the front court. Leads one. Knocked loose. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverly. Time for some new personnel into the game. Irving.
Close out.
He engulfed him that time. It's the Clippers with the possession now. To Leonard. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter.
I got him. Here we go. I got him.
Irving to Durant. Beyond the arc for three. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Beverly into the front court. Leads just a point. To Leonard. Driving right to the basket. Down the lane to lay it in.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
To Jordan. From the outside, no good.
Here we go. Watch the cutter coming through. Bump.
Curling inside. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
We're gonna do this.
Here's Leonard for two.
Won't go. Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
DeAndre Jordan pins it. Fourth this contest.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Fires the three. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good. Beverly into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. They'll get it down to Green. And a throwdown.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Irving. Durant. Smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. Now down 6. Durant buries it on the catch and shoot.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Short jumper won't go down. Short jumper off the mark. Beverly into the front court. Leads 3. Off the assist.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Durant across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Love the hustle. Sprawl down on the deck. Brooklyn with the basketball. To Durant. For 3. Tough shot. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
The pass taken away by the Clippers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
And Kevin Durant, unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the 3.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
Leonard. Passed it off. Jared Allen with a piece.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
From the painted area, won't go down. To Beverly. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field. LA Clippers with the basketball. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Durant. Trying to cash in. Shot for Harkless, no good. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Clippers are out in front.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Clippers will start the second half with a narrow lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers. These are the guys getting buckets for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Assists.
The chemistry for each squad has been great today, and that explains the high assist total. Coming out of halftime, I'm interested to see what kind of defensive adjustments are made to limit the easy scoring opportunities.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Nets have it to Irving.
I got ball. I got some ball.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
And he connects on the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. To Beverly.
I got ball.
Count the basket at the rim.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Here we go. I got him.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Kevin Durant trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. Beverly into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Oh, he had it. To Irving. And he buries it. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, and he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college. But the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Knocked loose. That's a momentum play right there. Durant to Irving. From long range, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
No, he missed a short one there. Jordan. Shot from in close, no good. The follow won't go either. Short jumper stays out.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Irving to Dinwiddie. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Spencer Dinwiddie is going to get 3 shots here. For his career, 79% at the line. First one, count it. Second of 3 is good.
There you go, good shot, baby.
Knocks down all 3 at the line.
Self-check.
Leonard to Harkless. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
I'm here.
Irving to Jordan. Clippers have it.
That was me.
Flushes it home.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Leonard goes to the left side. The drive right to the basket. Lou Williams looking good. 4 for 5.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions. Beverly. To Dinwiddie. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly to Leonard. Screen coming. Kawhi Leonard. Tough matchup against Durant. Oh, a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Entering the game for the Brooklyn Nets, number 00.
Williams. To Leonard. Williams. To Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys trail now by 4.
Going up.
Draws the double and still hits.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Jared Allen with the block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Beverly. Has a chance. Beverly's shot no good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Jared Allen at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll discuss matters in what's now a three-point game.
For yourself in the display behind section 121 and place your bid. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Substitution being made in this one.
Number 6, DeAndre Jordan.
Hey, lock up.
George to Leonard. Paul George. Add 2 points to the board.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. 4 out of 7. Clippers have the basketball to Leonard. Probing the defense. And the finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Dinwiddie into the front court. His team up by 1. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
No. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Jared Allen at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Durant. George. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
Patrick Beverly. He's 3 for 7.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Won't go down. To Irving. Going to launch beyond the arc, and the Clippers have the rebound. Beverly into the front court. Leads a bucket. Leonard. And scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Irving. Textbook defense. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. DeAndre Jordan rejects it. Ooh, 5 now.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Lays it up and in.
What I like about Spencer Dinwiddie is that he's a worker. I remember he got hurt his last year in college at Colorado, still decided to take a chance on himself, went into the draft, got drafted 2nd round, and now I see him still defining and refining his game.
George. Not that time. He misses. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Irving. Kyrie Irving is going to get a chance at 3 here. He's been steady, 90% at the line. First one goes down.
Let's go, boy. Catch me out.
It's a second. One more coming. Almost settles for a 2-3 trip to Beverly. PG lets it fly. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Kyrie Irving is going to get 3 shots here. His numbers tonight, 84% from the stripe. And hits the first free throw. And he hits the second. Whoops, that won't go. Williams into the front court. Our score all even in this third quarter. Lou Williams. He's now 5 for 6.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Paul George. Irving into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Leonard to Williams. To Paul George. Leonard. George. And he hits. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Knocks down the second free throw. And he missed it. 2 for 3 on this trip. Williams across the timeline. Lead is 2. Short jumper off the mark. Jordan to Durant. Too much contact. And free throws coming.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
Kevin Durant has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. First free throw is good. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Kawhi Leonard gets a look. Can't hit.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's
Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
The follow won't go either. To George. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Here's Irving into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. LA Clippers with the basketball. To Paul George. Lets it fly from long range. That no good. Off the mark. Durant. To Irving. 4-3. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Lou Williams, couple of free throws on the way. A career 83% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To George. Leonard to Paul George. He was hacked. They let it go. To Dinwiddie. Fires the three. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Jordan. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by DeAndre Jordan. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
For the Los Angeles Clippers, number 20.
Screen coming right.
Here's Leonard for 2. Doesn't get the bounce. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Spencer Dinwiddie, no problem. Contested, hits the 3.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, man.
Durant. Kevin Durant is going to get a chance at 3 here, shooting 80% in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. Second and 3, got it. It's all 3 free throws. That misses with 2 seconds to go. That ends the third quarter. The Nets have the lead. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. We've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money down the stretch. It's game time.
Cutter, I got yours.
Durant. No good. That's great defense.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
It's PG for two. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
And this is where I get a chance to see if coaches can change it up. Maybe let one of your players lead the timeout so your team can hear a different voice to keep everybody engaged. Maybe like the Warriors did with Andre Iguodala.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. And counted at the rim.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Kawhi Leonard against KD. Kevin Durant able to recover with the block. Incredible. 6 tonight. Time to shuffle things up.
Number 12, Joe Harris. And number 00.
Harkless. To Williams. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Irving. Beyond the arc for 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Not that time. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys down 3. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
To Leonard. Kevin Durant swats it. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Number 13, Paul George. Subbing in for the Brooklyn Nets. Number 6, DeAndre Jordan.
Fires the 3. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. And scores. Strong take.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Driving right to the basket. 2 points for Paul George.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost them.
The drive right to the basket. A drive by Durant, but his shot won't go. Jared Allen snatching it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
George, at long last, he missed his first 5 attempts from beyond the arc, but he gets that one to go.
Welcome to psychological warfare, provided he's not taking bad shots. But if I were the defense, I would let him keep shooting it. Make him think about it a little bit more.
And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing. How athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Jared Allen knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. New blood coming in for both sides. He's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Paul George at the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Kevin Durant with the rock. To the rim, lays it up and in. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
To Leonard, picked up by the Nets.
You gotta stop that, dog.
For 3, well defended.
I got it.
Slam dunk.
All day. Good
It's
pass.
that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Kyrie across the timeline. His guys trail now by. Ouch. Doesn't look good. Kenny Atkinson's going to make some changes. You hate to see anybody get hurt. That appeared to be a lower body injury. Can't connect on the first free throw. Missed the second one as well. Off the assist.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Second effort. DeAndre Jordan up and good with the putback.
That's just DJ doing what DJ does right there.
It's LA Clippers ball. George defended by Kevin Durant. Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
Continuous effort is the key for your team's success. No one this entire ball game has quit on a play. That right there, that's what's going to help your team win this game.
That's rebounded by Brooklyn. Down low to Jordan. Cashes in for 2.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Strong finish for Paul George.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Dinwiddie, tough matchup against George. With a drop step. Scores from the post.
That's a midi.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Pick up.
To George. Jared Allen tips it. DeAndre Jordan pins it. Make that 7.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Torian Prince with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Torian Prince trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throw good. He's able to polish off the three-point play. Clippers have the basketball. Leonard to Paul George. From long range, not getting the bounce. Trying to cash in. That's no good.
Make that, baby. Make that.
To Leonard. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
George lets it fly. Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game.
It's George for 2. To Jordan. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Backcourt violation is called. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Durant. He's not a scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love. His scoring is definitely cooled off, but you have to give the defense some credit. They're denying him the ball and really making him work once he catches it.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. From the painted area, won't go down.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers.
No ball.
To George. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket.
Hands up, hands up, hands up.
And scores. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
To Dinwiddie. And the rebound taken down by the Clippers. To Paul George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't connect. It's no good. Durant across the timeline. Leads 4. Here's a chance from long range. Runner here. Won't go. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Leonard. Can't miss those. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's not his range. It's no good. LA Clippers with the basketball. DeAndre Jordan sends it.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Okay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Durant. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, that's how it's done.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. Leads just a point. To Durant. 4-3. And Kevin Durant unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the 3. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Williams to George. Ah, the monster stuff.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
I got him. Here we go.
Fires the 3. Spencer Dinwiddie, no problem. Contested, hits the 3.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
To Paul George.
What's that cutter? What's the cutter?
To Leonard. Baseline drive. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Good shot, man.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Knocked loose. That's off of Leonard. Out of bounds. It'll stay Brooklyn basketball. Beyond the arc for 3. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good. To Leonard. Fires the 3. And Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Add 2 points to the board.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ballgame is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they dig into their bag of tricks, trying to draw up the game winner.
Pick coming.
20-footer for the win. No time left in this quarter. This game is all tied up. Time for some new personnel into the game. Let's do it. Overtime is underway. And the Clippers able to clear the board. To Leonard. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
The pass taken away. Won't go. Durant with the basketball up top. They trail by 2. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Durant knocks it down and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Kevin Durant with a chance at a 4-point play. At the line, he's shooting 87%. And hits at the line. It's LA Clippers ball. To Williams. Durant across the timeline. Leads a bucket. Big finish at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Williams. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one goes down. And he makes them both. Now ready to shoot at the line.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
Spencer Dinwiddie has got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. And hits the first free throw.
And another one.
Goes 2 for 2.
Oh, yeah, good shot, Roy. Way to hit, way to hit.
Williams into the front court. Down 4. To Leonard. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
From somebody who loves to score a lot himself. Defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
And stuffs it home.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Clippers have the basketball. Williams to George. LA with 4 to shoot. Williams. That's good D. Shot no good.
I got him. Here we go.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Williams. Gets it in the left corner. Paul George. 4-2. And he drains it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Kawhi Leonard, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws.
You know that's easy. They can't guard you.
To Durant. For three. Trying for a 40-point night, but it's off the mark. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
To Williams. DeAndre Jordan with the block. 9 blocks. Williams.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Dinwiddie shot, no good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Leonard. A shot no good there by Williams. Draws the contact, and Jordan will go to the line to shoot 2.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
DeAndre Jordan at the line for 2 shots. He's struggled so far. Knocks down the first. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. To Leonard. Kevin Durant rejects it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Leonard. Jared Allen able to recover with the block. That's out. Last touch by Jared Allen. George buries it on the catch and shoot. Now the Nets going to take a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game. Durant. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win it in overtime. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers emerged victorious after a tight finish. And it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Clippers. It wasn't surprising to see this team on the losing end of this matchup. They weren't very good with their execution, and they suffered for it. Check out the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Assists.
The teams in this matchup did a great job of moving the ball and keeping the game flowing. It was the sort of action fans love to see, and I definitely enjoyed it myself. The unselfish play made for a great game.
Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard wasn't satisfied with just getting steals. He had to insist on getting a bunch of blocks as well. Now that's what I call defense.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked,